Why do people compare the Soviets to the Nazis? Some people would have you believe that Stalin killed anywhere up to 5 times as many people as Hitler.
Do you know that Stalin killed 50 million people?
Twice as many people were executed under Stalin's regime than were killed by Hitler.
Stalin killed just as many people as Hitler, but we never knew about it.
20 million Soviet citizens died at the hand of Joseph Stalin.
In his lifetime, Joseph Stalin murders more of his own countrymen than are killed in all of Russia's wars combined.
But after 2 decades of access to formerly top-secret Soviet archives, we now know the facts. From 1921 to 1953, the total documented number of Soviet citizens executed by the government stands at around 800,000 people. The Gulag population peaked at around 2.5 million just after the war, and while statistically the majority of inmates who passed through the work camps survived, around 2 to 3 million are believed to have perished. There can be no denying that these are horrific statistics, but there's a significant difference between this and the Nazis systematically exterminating 11 million people in the Holocaust alone, especially if you consider that 30 million Soviets died in the fight against Hitler's regime. Another tragic loss of life during the Stalinist period were the famines of the early 1930s. But why don't we also talk about the fact that former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill knowingly starved some 3 million Indians to death during the Bengal famine of 1943? Despite the cruelties of the Soviet Union, attempts to portray communism as somehow worse than Nazism are part of a resurgent far-right retelling of history we once again see appearing across Europe and North America, where Nazi collaborators are exonerated and those who once bravely fought against them are being condemned and shunned. History is written by the victors, and while the former Soviet Union may have helped to win World War II, fascism wasn't fully defeated. Throughout the Cold War, it was nurtured by the West, and now, more than any point since the end of World War II, fascistic tendencies are once again taking root.